demos are often generally considered to be a pretty vital part of a brand's toolkit. And I'd bring this up because I know you mentioned to me that New Primal was using platforms like Social Nature, Isle, and some other tools versus in-person demos, which I think is the thing that people typically think about as kind of the default when talking about demos. I'm kind of curious, what was the thought process here, focusing on these kind of digital options, better metrics, easier to track and achieve your results? I imagine cheaper, but yeah, I'm curious what kind of thought process was there and what's been the results so far.
Well, demos, I would say that if you look back in history, almost every brand that really became large did demos at one point. And demos are a really critical point when you're very early, especially when you have a localized approach. Maybe you're just growing in Southern California. Demos and those kinds of events, event-driven marketing can be very, very valuable. As you get bigger, though, it's just much harder. One, you've just got a lot more distribution points, but two, it's really, really expensive to try to demo across the country. And so some of these platforms that have grown up, like Social Nature, several of our brands, not just the New Primal, are using. And it's a great way to get product into people's mouths through a digital coupon. And then they usually tie it in with survey data, or asking people to post. So you're getting user generated content about the experience.
Yeah.
So that adds a little bit of a better element, and it's a little more trackable, because that is the one big negative with demos is there's just really no way to track how much long lasting value there was in that. Know that you have to get product in people's mouths. It's just what's the most efficient way to do it. So as you get bigger, it's much more efficient to use these other tools. Now, when you introduce a new product, oftentimes that would come with demoing, even if you're a big company, but it's just much more limited.